Oh, there we go. All right, so we're here live right now. Hope you can stick around for the painting. We are going to paint, we're going to combine a couple different paintings. I just kind of drew this on here just to see, you know, how it would look. But I combined two different paintings with this. Actually, two different pictures that I found on Pinterest. Well, one I found on PIXABAY and the other one I found on Pinterest. So I wanted to do a robin in the snow. So this is my little robin here, if you can see it. I guess my hand is in the way. And here's the other part. Just this, I wanted to get this little house here. I thought that was so cute. And I like the background on this compared to this one. Although this is kind of like out of focus, but I kind of like this one better. So I'm combining them. So hopefully everybody's doing well, staying healthy and safe with the COVID. And I hope you like my background today. I have a little Christmas background. I thought get in the spirit of things here and see my little lights, and I've got this cute little background that has a little snowman that you can't see right now, but it's there, and we're just kind of just hanging out today. I'm not working. I work tomorrow and I work Saturday. So I'm only working a couple days this week because I'm taking my daughter for a little procedure in the hospital. So she'll be having that done this week. So it's going to be kind of a light week. So I should be able to do a couple paintings this week for you guys. Glad you could join me if you did come in. I know it's a little early, and I'm just going to say hi to everybody on the chat. So we'll see how this works. I never know which one to do, if Mondays are better or Wednesdays. So I guess we're going to, Thursdays. I just wanted to try something different for a while and see how it all works out. Let me get my phone out of the way there. And hopefully nobody will bother me. So today we're going to use some different shades. I'm not exactly sure. I know I want to use the burnt umber. I want to use Payne's Gray. I'm going to use some of this. I want to see how this quinacridone magenta works on my robin here. Maybe alizarin crimson. I also have a mixing white. I want to see how that works with this. And I have cobalt teal, or I'm going to I might use turquoise green for the background, mixed with a little bit of purple, violet. These are Master's Touch. I've got Liquitex. I've got all kinds out here. It all depends on what you like to use. I don't use any craft paint in my paintings because for some reason I can't get the good coverage that one of these will do. Your best paints are definitely golden paints. They are the best and most expensive, but they do cover very country. Their coverage is great. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes because I know it's not quite. Yeah, we got a couple more minutes to wait and see if anyone stops by. Hopefully somebody will come in. I'm just chilling here for a minute. And hopefully you can see everything okay. I think I want to put this turquoise green out right now because that's the kind of background I'm going to put in. And I'm going to do this as an underpainting as well. So I'm going to hit it with some water so it's lightweight. Just get some water in that water buildup there. And get my palette knife and mix it with some of that water. Just kind of get it to flow. I did do a little plasterizing on this one just to get an idea of what the under shades are. So there's like this, and then there's some gray. So this kind of looks like what I'm looking for is the under base, and then a little bit of purple in through there. So we're going to use that background. I like the way that came out. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, because I think it is 11 o'clock now. Yes, it is. So if you come in late, that's all right. All my supporters, I appreciate and glad that you can support me through all this crazy stuff that's going on. So I just want to do a nice light coat. And I'm going to wet my brush a little bit because I just don't want, I want to be able to still see my paint, my underneath here. Just kind of undercoat. I haven't done this for a while, like putting an underneath coat in here on my paintings, but it is a good idea because it kind of gives you a little bit of interest in the background. As you noticed on my puppy painting, that all came through very nicely. And so, anywho, it takes so long for these paintings to upload to the YouTube. You know, like after you do it and you're live, something happens, it just kind of gets like dropped or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It just takes them all day to get it worked out onto the site, whatever they do. Okay, I'm just holding on to this right now, so I kind of took it off the easel. Now this is a gallery wrapped 11 by 14. I wanted you to see this because these are so nice. This is the Edge. It's a Creative Mark canvas. But I love these because the actual, you don't see any of these staples in this part here. And they're wrapped so nice. And sometimes, I think it's on Jerry's Artorama. I haven't ordered canvas for a while. They have sales on these, and it's really a good deal if you can get them. And I love this Creative Mark. They're well made and very nice to work on. And I'm just using my number 16 Bright here to paint this, and I'm just doing the sides because I like doing the sides. And I'll probably put more paint on this, but it's just the idea of it being there too. Just to get that backdrop on there. Just kind of smoothing it out a little bit more. Moving it around some. Okay, so some of that's pulling off because of the water. So I'm going to let that dry. Rinse out my brush. Put some paper towels. And my Sally's in here with me, sleeping. I have to learn to get these up a little sooner so people know to come in. I've been kind of messed up and busy. It's just been so crazy. Crazy. All right, so I'm going to put a little Payne's Gray out on my palette here. I hope you can see this. Yeah, okay, well, that's more than a little. And I'm going to put some white. Hopefully I can get this opened. My hand is still recovering. I have to get some more of this though, because that's like my favorite paint. Oh, I can get this. This is what I'll get out. Oh, maybe I won't be able to get that out. Oh boy. Let's see about this. This is basic white. There we go. And I'm also going to get some of this mixing white out, if I can open it. Might not be able to get it open. Nope. Okay. And that's a brand new too. Okay, I'll be right back. So here, Sally. Come on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I got a nutcracker. Sometimes these things will open. This is really stuck. Sally, come on over here. Come on over this way. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on over here. Come on, sweetie. I don't want you to be under those shelvings in case they fall out. Okay, so mixing white, same color as the titanium. It just is a nice texture that we're working on here. That way my background has dried, my underpainting. Okay. So let's mix some Payne's Gray with the mixing white. We're going to grab a little bit up this way. I'm thinking you can hear that. Can you guys hear okay? Is there, like, I guess I won't be able to tell, get that out of the way, how it's coming out, because I can hear a little bit of noise going on in my background. And I'm not sure if you're hearing that or not. I'm going to add just a touch of the umber. Oh, this is thick. Oops. Okay. Just a touch of that in there. Kind of making it a brownish background there, brownish gray. I still need it to be a little lighter. See that I end up using all the white. White goes fast. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay. So let's start out with some of this nice turquoise greenish color. We're going to get that all in here. Grab some of this. Now I'm just going around some of these areas that have the branches, because I really want to keep that in there so that I know where they're marked at, you know, the actual markings of this thing here. Okay, we got some down in here that we want also. And I want to get a little bit of that purple out on my palette also. Just to get that onto the back here. So, some right in here. Got lots coming in through here. It's a snowy day here on this canvas. Snowing out. In my little world here that I'm painting. So we'll probably end up going back over that with some of that blue, because the purple is definitely taking over here. So once this gives me a little dryness, I can get back in there with that green, greenish blue here. And we're just getting it to look textured a little bit. Want that texture in there. Around here, we want it. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to put an underpainting in, but it just kind of, just like I said, it makes the picture pop. Makes the painting pop a little bit. We're going to go back over this because I'm mixing both and all into my grayish shade here. And this is just one coat here of this. So like I said, it's going to change. I'm just making little crisscross strokes, if you can see. Going like this. Slow motion. Slow motion. It just kind of brings the texture into it, and it gives it that little bit of pizzazz. Now in these areas where it's a little bit tight, I can't do an X because I don't want to mess up my bird here. Of those in there. And down in here it's snow, so we can put that purple in there because that makes a nice undercoat for snow. Okay. Oh boy. I don't know. I have no idea who that is. No idea whatsoever. So you can put paintings together, and I think I've had a few of those where I did put paintings together, and a lot of people will do that even with their photographs. They'll put something together and then paint something different, and kind of interesting way of doing things, you know. It just gives your picture a little difference and stuff. It just kind of makes it look decent. Okay. Now in some of these little areas here, I'm going to have to go in with a smaller brush because this is it gets a little crazy here. It's too tight. Oh. Hi, Isha. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you could join me today for my painting. Hope you can try it. I put my stencils up on Patreon. They're $1. So this one, because it is a combination of two, I have to make the stencil for you. But glad you could join me. And we're getting a lot of nice texture in here right now. And I'm going to change brushes now to get something a little smaller. And this is my cheap little brush. It's just a Royal soft grip brush. It doesn't have a size on it. And this helps me to get into the areas that normally wouldn't get a good coverage. But because I'm just doing this underneath part here and trying to just get this to the paint on the background, because it sometimes helps when you have paint on the background. It kind of pops everything out so you can see it better. And this is going to be a Cardinal, and we're going to have fun with this. In snow. Get some water in here so it's easier to get. Things tend to dry a lot in the weather here. So, are you a painter, Isha? I hope I'm saying that right. Or did you just stop in and leave? Sometimes I don't see my comments. Well, I can't, because my comments are on my computer and I can't get them on my monitor here. So I don't know who's in here or who isn't in here watching. I think we have this pretty well covered now. Got my Cardinal covered pretty good. Okay. Let me go back into my Payne's Gray. Get a little bit more up in here so it's a little lighter. Get some of the side here. I'm just going to look at my picture here and how this is kind of, want to get some of these mixed together. Going to go a little tad darker over here with this because it is kind of a snowy day, so the sky's a little bit dark for here. Getting it a little darker, and I'm still using that Payne's Gray. I'm just making my strokes come down a little bit differently now, kind of making it. Oh, hold on. Hello? Okay. Okay. All right, sounds good. All right. Alrighty. Bye-bye. This may end up being just a part one because my husband is coming home and he's bringing lunch home to eat, and I haven't had my lunch yet, so we may eat lunch together. That's good. He gets to come home early. He works so hard. They don't reward people for their hard work, you know. sad. I mean, that's everywhere, not just in his world, but everywhere. You're always easily replaced. Alright, so I'm going to let this go for now. I think I have quite a bit in here the way I want it, but I'm going to just let it go for a while until I get some of this other part in, because I don't want it to be... I have to see how it's all going to look, how it's all going to fall into place and everything. So I'm going to work until my husband comes home on this. Then we'll be back on Thursday to finish. Blistery, blistery. I'm going to mix a little bit of my greenish blue with my Payne's gray. Kind of just come in through here with that. Gives it a little bit of interest here. I'm thinking I'm just gonna make this like I want to here. I'm gonna have snow coming in here anyway, so but I do like to have the crisscross movement. It just has a bit more texture to it. Alright, so let's get the house, the little birdhouse in. Now that's more like a gray and brown. So I'm going to put my burnt umber in. I'm just going to use my little brush here. This is going to be the undercoat of this. This is coming down, so I may have just overextended that a bit. Let me get a wipe so I can wipe it off. There we go. That's better. Let me get some of that gray and put that back in there. We definitely want that in there. Because always when you have a dark, you want to put light next to it. Just kind of brighten it up, kind of make it pop out. I'm using this small brush right now, but there's going to be some extra stuff on here too. Okay, let's see here now. Now inside this little heart here, it's dark, so I'm going to get my Payne's Gray. Let's kind of darken this up. Darken it up some. And that's not real dark, but we'll put another coat in there and it'll kind of help it become darker. Okay. Okay. A little bit of gray and brown mixed. Make it nice and dark. If I can get most of the background in, and then we can finish it up on Thursday. Now you can make this larger. You can enlarge your, tracing. Once I get that on there, you can enlarge anything that we do here. If you want to put it on a larger canvas, it might be easier for you. So you would just make it to the proportions of your canvas. And we're going to end up putting a little bit more. I don't know. Who the hell's who is out there? Sorry for the swearing. Oh, I got a delivery. All right, I'm going to be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Sorry about that. I don't like it to leave anything out on the porch if I can help it with the holidays and things like that, because people, you know how it is. People come around and boom. All right, so we got some of that. I am going to put brown and Payne's Gray together. And I'm going to just get this in. Well, it would be nice to have a little bit more brown. Okay, a little more brown on this. Okay. And the Payne's Gray. We are going to probably end up putting more black in with this because it's just not dark enough. Okay. And All right. Now I want to get the white on the roof. Let me find a decent brush here, which I do not have a small brush. Okay. Oh, here's one. Maybe this will work. I don't know. This is a Princeton number 3. It's a angle bright. I'm going to try to get some of the white on my roof here. Oh, this is going to be great because that white, the blue is going to show through here. And try to do as straight as you can. I mean, it's hard to paint straight, really. It is. I have a hard time with straight lines. Kind of crazy. Oh, Sally's got something up her sleeve there. Oh, who's here? Hi, Really TT. Hi, thank you for stopping by. Glad you can make it. I got to start visiting some of you guys. It's been so complicated. I have been so messed up. My kids have had me doing things, and not that I mind doing it for them, because my mom helped me when I was going through issues with divorce and things like that. My mom and dad watched my kids, and I mean, I'll do anything for them. You know, they are my children, and I'm always there for them. And I do get stretched quite a bit. So, I'm working on another book for her, my one daughter, and it's just been really hard to get things done. So, I haven't even been able to visit Drop the Link lately because it's been so crazy. So right now this probably looks crappy, but it's gonna, you know, this is just getting down, getting the basic shades in here that we need. And okay, I'm gonna start putting some of the brown in here too, just to get these colors in, so that we know where everything is, how it's gonna go, and where we need to work. And some of the little twiggy things won't be in here yet. Those will be like my final parts here. But as far as the snow goes, we're getting that in there. I have snow down here, so I should get that in too. I'm going to use my larger brush for that. And it's okay, I have some blue, it's in that brush. And we'll just make sure we can get that in, right in through here. I got to look at that picture here where I'm at. So we're going to get some of the snow in here. Just kind of my phone never rings. My phone never rings, and this is the second phone call. Really? I have no idea who that is. Well, you know what? They can always leave a message, right? That's how I figure it. That's unbelievable. So I'm just tapping this in. I'm not making anything fancy here. Just tapping it in. Kind of just getting some textures in here. some of those branches are going right into the snow here. I think this might actually have been a fence underneath here. And this snow kind of comes around here a little bit too. That branch is showing through it. So, I want that to happen. And then some of the snow is actually on some of these branches as well. So, okay, got that. Alright, so let's go back to doing some brown on these branches. Now, I was using this angle brush, but I think I'm going to change. I'm going to get my little square one here and work with that. Just getting these undercut paint here. And probably if I had a better brand of paint, well, you know, I love Grumbacher, but I don't know, recently it's just been a little different. Okay, and you know what, we're just gonna kind of like put that in there like that, it looks like it's right in that snow. Now I'm letting some of that blue come through because I want to make sure that I know these branches are there, because they're almost similar shades. This one is crossing over. This is part of this one. Right in here it's darker. Which is part of this. And our robin, I mean our not our robin, our cardinal. Right here. And then there's some twigs that come off of those. But basically we have the basic parts in here now. And we can get some of the birds background in too. I think I'm going to use, let's see, that magenta. This quinacridone magenta, which is a Master's Touch. But I'd like to have his or hers. Not sure what kind of bird it is. Female. I think this is a male because males are always darker or brighter. I'm sorry, brighter. And I believe this is a bright bird. So we're going to put this magenta underneath him, and then we'll paint over this little. Little tail feathers. I think this is a good base coat for him. And I'll just add some of this here. Just to kind of give it a little oomphies. All right. So let me just use my gray and paint in some of these areas here. Yeah, I've got YouTube on out there. I was watching it before I came in here to the studio. So I'm hoping everybody is ready for the holiday. I'm not quite. I have some things I got to do yet, but basically I'm ready. Just have to cook. It's my turn to cook. I'm hoping my daughter comes over. I kind of wonder, because I didn't go over her house for Thanksgiving, I don't know if she'll come. As long as she comes and there's no one else. I mean, I just have my immediate family. I don't invite anyone. I don't want anybody coming over with the COVID germs. I mean, we really have to be cautious and, you know, cover our faces when we're out and things like that. And I mean, it's just, our count here is just so high. It's horrible. I don't know what people are doing. Just not doing what they're supposed to, I think. You know, you gotta really be careful. This is a college area too. You know, we got a lot of colleges here, and kids are just a little, well, they're home now, I guess, until the next semester. But wow, they're just not being safe. Just not being safe at all. Now I'm kind of just going on there with a dry brush. I'm going to pick up my big brush again. Kind of put some more grayish colors in. Getting it more dry. Making it. Pick up some of the Payne's gray here. Just kind of flopping it in there, getting a little bit of gray, darker. Still making those X's. Making X's, keeping it light and simple. Some dark. I'm just putting some dark in here. just kind of going over that branch too. So, but I want to get that close, and that's okay, because now we know where the branch is. So it's all right to go over it. Dark here. More white. Keeping some of that blue. We still want that blue in there, you know. And you can actually go over some of that bird too. I mean, because we're going to have it. Now that we know where everything is, where it lays, we can kind of do our thing here with the paint. All right, so I think we're going to finish up right now. And we'll see you then back here on Thursday. And hopefully you come for the live. Hi, Laurie. Hi. I'm finishing up here for part 1. We're going to be back on Thursday. And hopefully you can join me then Thursday at 10 o'clock. So we'll see you guys then. Have a good couple of days off and enjoy.